Spirogyra can be observed in a slide which is prepared from a specimen, or you can observe it as permanent slide. Observe Spirogyra under the low power of a compound microscope. Spirogyra is a green alga. It has a filamentous body. The body consists of cylindrical cells joined end to end. Each cell has a single nucleus and one or more spirally arranged chloroplasts. The nucleus is present as if suspended by delicate cytoplasmic strands in the center of the vacuole. Each chloroplast is provided with a number of rounded refractive bodies called pyrenoids. Around each pyrenoid, starch is stored in the form of granules. Spirogyra belongs to the class Chlorophyceae of division Algae in kingdom Plantae. Nucleus. Yeast reproduces by asexual mode of budding. For temporary mounting of yeast cells, a drop of toddy or nira can be used and smeared on the slide. Yeast belongs to class Ascomycetes in the kingdom Fungi. 7. Agaricus, that is, common mushroom. Observe the specimen of button mushroom for the following characteristics. The mushroom has an aerial, fleshy umbrella-like structure, which is the fruiting body of the fungus. It is also known as the basidiocarp. Basidiocarp shows fructification. The basidiocarp consists of a fleshy stalk called stipe and an umbrella-like head called pilus. From the undersurface of pilus are seen a large number of radially arranged vertical plate-like structures called gills. The gills are in a suspended form. The gills bear spores called basidiospores. The basidiospores on germination give rise to new mushroom plants. Agaricus belongs to class Basidiomycetes in kingdom Fungi. 10. Funaria. For observation of Funaria, select a fresh or preserved specimen, mount under a dissecting microscope. Following characters are seen in Funaria. Funaria is a common moss plant. It shows two distinct generations, that is, gametophyte and sporophyte. These two generations alternate with each other during life cycle of plant. External structure of the gametophyte. The adult gametophyte of moss or Funaria is a small plant growing up to the height of 1 to 3 centimeters. Its body is differentiated into rhizoids, stem and leaves, or phylloids. Rhizoids. Rhizoids are multicellular branched filamentous structures arising from the base of the stem. They anchor the moss plant to the substratum. Rhizoids also absorb water and mineral salts from the substratum. Stem. The stem is an erect, cylindrical structure bearing a number of leaves. The stem, in addition to exposing the leaves to light, also plays an important role in conducting the food, water, and mineral salts. Leaves. The leaves of moss are arranged in a spiral manner on the stem. Leaves are sessile and ovate with acute apex. They possess a distinct midrib. Leaves being green in color, they perform photosynthesis and thus prepare food. External structure of the sporophyte. The sporophyte develops at the tip of the female shoot of the gametophyte. It consists of 3 distinct parts, that is foot, seta, and capsule. Foot. Foot is the basal portion of the sporophyte. It lies embedded in the stem apex of the female shoot. It absorbs water and nutrients from the gametophyte and supplies it to the sporophyte. Seta. Seta is a long, slender structure bearing a pear-shaped capsule at its tip. Capsule. Capsule is the most important part of the sporophyte. It carries out function of formation of spores. Capsule is a pear-shaped structure. It is covered and protected by a cap-like structure called calyptra. Funaria belongs to class Massae of division Bryophyta in kingdom Plantae. 11. Nephrolepis. Observe carefully the sporophytic plant of fern or Nephrolepis. Fern body is differentiated into root, stem, and leaves. Root. Roots of Nephrolepis are adventitious and fibrous. They are much branched and consist of persistent root hairs. Roots in Nephrolepis arise from both caudex and stolons. Stem. In Nephrolepis, there are two types of stem. These are called caudex and stolon. Caudex. The caudex or rhizome is a hard, woody, cylindrical stem which grows obliquely downwards into the soil. It produces many extra axillary, wiry branches called stolons. Stolon. From the caudex arise stolons. The stolons are many slender, wire-like branches which grow horizontally on the surface of the soil. Leaves. The caudex of Nephrolepis bears a number of spirally arranged compound leaves. Each matured leaf is differentiated into a dark-colored petiole called stipe and an elongated axis called rachis. The rachis bears leaflets or pinnae in two rows, one on either side. Each leaflet is sessile, linear, and lanceolate, with an acute apex. The leaflet bears several dark brown sori ventrally and white oval hydrathodes dorsally at the vein endings. The young leaf of Nephrolepis is folded inwards like a watch spring. This kind of folding of a young leaf is called circinate tixis. Nephrolepis belongs to division Pteridophyta in kingdom Plantae. 12. Cycas. Observe the chart of Cycas plant. You may also visit botanical garden to see a Cycas plant. The actual plant is a sporophyte. The stem of the sporophyte is short and rough. There are many dry, scaly leaves present on the stem. Stem bears a crown of green, pinnately compound foliage leaves. Cycas is a dioecious plant. The male plant of Cycas bears microsporophylls arranged in the form of cone. Each microsporophyle is a hard, woody, flattened structure which is broad at the apex and narrow at the base. The microsporophyle bears a number of microsporangia in groups called sori. Each sorus is situated on the lower side of microsporophyle. The microsporangia contain microspores or pollen grains. The female plant of Cycas bears at its tip a number of leaf-like ovule-bearing structures called megasporophylls. The ovules of Cycas are the largest ovules in the plant kingdom. Cycas belongs to the division Gymnospermae in the kingdom Plantae.